What up, guys? Welcome to Base Damage. This is continuation of the discussion of the Konosuba set. This is Kool-Aid, and we got
Matt.
It's weird. It's just been us two for all three of these so far.
Yeah,
Which
well,
it's still gonna be three because there's no green.
that's true. Well, the first two, it was whatever because you really wanted to see the Darkness cards, and I didn't want to wait, and I really wanted to see the Mega Man cards, and I really don't want to wait. And now no one cares about Aqua, so it's like, hey,
I can't say that. Apparently, I don't know how high they placed, but there was in Japan, the Neo whatever the Japanese format.
Yeah, sure.
There was some big tournament in which a blue Konosuba set or Konosuba deck topped high. I don't know if it might have won the thing, but
Okay.
from my understanding, it placed very high. But there was also the thing of there was a lot of Konosuba sets being ran that day.
Konosuba is pretty heavy.
I mean, it has some of the weirder shenanigans that like
I said a couple podcasts ago. I can't even be mad just because this shit's so fucking weird.
Yeah. The other cool thing, we've actually gotten some comments on those because people actually apparently like the blind reaction to it.
Sure, yeah,
so,
why not?
So that's going to be a thing probably for a while now.
Once we get past the blind salt reaction to Persona 5.
This is true too. So, but anyway, so this is actually I don't even remember what number this is. Fuck, hold up. I have to check my notes because I don't remember what number for podcast this is. God.
Hold for just a moment.
32.
Okay.
So this is podcast number 32. God. Okay. Before we get into continuing the cards, we're just going to quickly go over the Puerto Rico regionals occurred, and I'll just let the results speak for themselves. So we're going to go over the blue. But then, over at the 2017 Spring Circuit Puerto Rico Regionals, we had first place Love Live Hanukkah deck. Yeah, I know, right?
All the
honkers, and it was really weird how they just splashed in just a little bit of yellow, but it still, came out apparently working that day. Running the combo with the lots of animals, so to be able to summon the big shit from the deck. Second place was Soundless Voice. Apparently you can't go wrong with that because
still wins.
The combo is just so strong. Freaking Ren and Lin is just it gets so big and you can't do anything about it. Like at level 1, there's little to nothing you're doing about this shit at all. And then okay, it accidentally says second place there, but third place is Attack on Titan, which looks to be mostly a Levi deck, like based around the actual setup with the Humanity's Strongest Soldier, Levi, and the members of the Levi squad. To which, I think this is a typo, but it tried to say down here that they were running N850 in a deck that has no other blue. So, unless that was solely to get back the Special Operations Squad climax to continue summoning them over and over.
It might be, but that's kind of wonky.
Considering, I mean, sure, they were running yellow at multiple points of the game to also be able to do like the omnidirectional mobility gear. That's whatever.
Well, I mean, that's a big risk move, but if it works out for you, that's actually really kicking.
I don't know if that's actually true. It might have been something else, but I don't care. So supposedly that's the top 3 for the Puerto Rico regionals. Marcos Rodriguez got it with the Love Live deck. So
we've talked about him before in the past.
We have?
I think so.
Okay. If you remember it better than I do, that's by all means. Like I don't even remember it. Like,
the name sounds familiar from
there was
one of the
definitely
earlier podcasts when we used to list them off every podcast.
Yeah, there was another Rodriguez at some point. But anyway, getting into this with the blue cards based around Aqua and Eris, who pads her chest, and I think that was it. It's literally just around those two. Yeah, it's just around Aqua and Eris. So
yes, the color that has all the characters that no one likes. Got you.
Shout outs to Clock Kick for Salt, who already has a deck profile up based around blue.
Nice.
So supposedly it's supposed to be really cool. So I'll have to check that deck profile out later. I just noticed that he posted it.
Sure.
So, and yay for phone ringing in the background. I apologize if y'all can hear that. But we're going to get right into this. I'll pull up a couple cards here. We'll pull up. Yeah, what? Just got that one. Just get that one.
I believe
Meaning to yeah, okay. So I got that one and Kind Smile Eris. So then we're gonna start with Troublemaker Aqua. Level 0.
Yes.
I'll start this one off. Level 0. Your other is actually before I continue, sorry, something we missed.
Okay.
There was a level 1 Megumin. This got pointed out by like two different people. In the last podcast.
Did we accidentally skip over one?
Accidentally missed a point. Just about one of the cards. One of the level 1 Megumines had 2 soul.
Oh.
The one that your opponent like top checks and if it's level 3 or lower, they could summon it.
Okay, because we were wondering why the hell
drawback.
You would play that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it had 2 soul. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
that's
try.
not too bad.
I'm gonna try to pay more attention to the soul in a lot of these.
Yeah, sure.
Most definitely. But when I got pointed out, I'm like, wait, fucking seriously? Holy shit! So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Okay.
Okay. So this Aqua is a level 0. This is only 1 soul. Your other character in the front row center slot gains a character encore. Brainstorm of pay 1, rest this, flip over 4, put them into the waiting room. For every climax revealed this way, choose up to 1 cost 0 or lower character in your waiting room and put them on separate slots of the stage.
That's good.
The fact that that's not spammable makes me happy.
Yeah, because if that was spammable, would be broke.
That's so cost 0 or lower is going to be. I just had a premonition.
No, really. Think about all those level ones that are ridiculous in this set.
Yes, but think of how ridiculous the set has been so far. If I see a level 2 that's a 0 cost, I'm gonna freak.
Actually, yeah, that wouldn't be surprising with what we've seen.
With what they've done, just shenanigans wise,
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. But if nothing else, that does just a whole bunch of different shit. Like, okay, so various costless level 1s, any level 0, except Celine from Two Love Rue. Fuck you, Celine. Oh my god, such a stupid card.
I won't ask.
Sorry, I have copies of it. Oh, did I just accidentally click 2? Nope, that's it. Okay. Let you go with this one.
May you be blessed with Kind Encounters Eris. It's level 3, 2 cost, 2 soul, with 95 base. And
Actually, hold on
I can't
one
read
second.
Japanese.
Hold on one second. Okay, there we go. So I'm just
still-
gonna do this to basically make it a little bit bigger.
Sure. She has 3 effects. The first of all of which is, if meaning for killing snow sprites, Aqua is in your clock, this gets -1 level in hand. When this is placed from hand to the stage, you may choose a character with either Adventurer or Goddess in the waiting room and return it to your hand.
This is a salvage effect on a blue card?
Well, I mean,
You only see this in red,
that's
though.
true.
This,
You only
that's
see that in
interesting.
red.
So,
And the
I can't say shit because we saw fucking Megumin that had clock kick, so never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then we've got the third effect, which is pay 1 soul, discard 2 cards from your hand to the waiting room.
Pay 1 soul.
My bad.
One
Pay
stock.
1 stock.
Sorry, I just caught it.
This ability activates up to once per turn. When your character in the front row center slot attacks, you may pay the cost. If so, reveal the top card of your library. If it is a character with either Adventurer or Goddess, stand this. That's good. That is good.
Here's where I'm seeing.
Mm.
When your character, not when your other character, this counts for itself.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Meaning, if you have 2 of these on field, swing with 1.
Yeah.
It's blah. Swing with the middle center because of the ruling that we got on that level 3 Hanayo that restands itself. You use this effect twice. It's just reveal. So as long as you know what the top card is, like 2 down, you can do this, and then restand both of them. Admittedly, you have to pay for both, which is ending up paying 2 stock and discarding 4 cards.
And as we've seen, this set is very, very heavy on making you discard cards for costs. So.
Admittedly, but I mean, you maintain your hand throughout the entirety of the. Actually, well, this salvages back, so it replaces itself.
That's true. You're getting
It's not
stuff
going to be
back.
difficult. So then, as long as the top card you reveal is a Adventurer or Goddess, both of those will stand if you can pay the cost for both. And then the attack that you have currently going through
is
still going because it's standing. As long as she doesn't get reversed and she kills whatever the fuck she's fighting. Admittedly, she's a 95.
Yeah, which is good stats for a level 3 with a
I mean, even if you don't use it with herself, I mean, actually, fucking shit, now that I think about it, you could do that with, like, 3 of this. If you have enough to pay the cost for the entirety of it,
sure,
you could do this with 3 of her.
Yeah, why not?
So, 3 of her, like, poke for one on each of the left and right sides, swing with the middle, restand all 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a high-ass cost to be able to get this, but that's 6 attacks off.
Yeah, sure.
That's crazy.
She has good stats for a level 3 with that good of effect.
She's only a 95. That's... Well, okay, she does get -1, so she can come out early.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and start doing the restand bullshit.
That's good
early.
stats for a play early condition with a good effect on it.
I'll give it that. So.
Because she also salvages.
Yeah.
So.
Here we have the level 3 Aqua, just called Aqua. So, 10k, 2 soul. During battles involving this, your opponent cannot play backup from hand. They can't play backup, but they can still play events. So Compass and Darkness Plan is still there, but that still is really good insurance there.
Yes.
When this is placed on from hand to stage, you may pay the cost, which is 1 soul. I mean stock. Sorry. Just picking on Matt there. If so, your opponent chooses 2 climax cards in his or her waiting room, then returns all cards in his or her waiting room other than those 2 cards to the library and shuffles the library.
What?
That's funny.
So good.
That's funny. I like that effect. That's actually really fucking funny.
That's good.
Climax combo. Discard a card from your hand when Resurrection is placed in your climax zone, which we'll check that out in a sec too. If this is in the front row, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a character in your clock with either Adventurer or Goddess and put it on any slot on the stage.
She just, in true fashion, some of the cards in this are so good.
And that's technically a heal. Yeah. Because it doesn't say, like, do yourself a damage afterwards like some of those do.
You heal your shit straight from the clock onto the field.
So, multiples of these, grab back, like, an Eris, and then grab something to, like, a buff or whatever to to back row, and you heal twice off of that.
Yeah.
Hibiki isn't going to heal tax you off of that shit at all. So, that's funny. So, Resurrection, okay, it's
probably a 1k1 draw.
You say 1k1 draw? I'm going to say 1k1 pants trigger. Ha! Pants trigger.
Nah, you're right.
I don't know, I was just guessing. Considering it was blue, that's like one of the 2 options anyway, or one of like 3 options. So, that's the Aqua. So then next is Kind Goddess Eris.
She is a level 0, 2000 power, 1 soul, with 2 effects. The first of which is when this is placed from hand to stage, choose one of your other characters with either Adventurer or Goddess in that character gains 1000 power for the turn. Not bad.
Okay, that's like the Petite Mikan.
Yes.
I can't remember if hers is 1000 or 15, but it's either way.
And secondary effect is when your climax is placed in the climax zone, you may pay the cost, which is return this to your hand. If so, draw a card and discard a card from your hand to the waiting room. That's odd, but that's an interesting kind of hand fix.
Well, that means every turn that you play a climax, or every turn that you also plan to play a climax.
Yeah, sure.
Play her, give something a buff.
Yeah, sure.
Bounce her back, draw a card, and pitch a card. You can even pitch her at that point if you absolutely wanted to.
The only thing is that it's when the climax is placed in the climax zone, so you'd have to play her back row, so you don't have an empty space.
Exactly. Agreed. But at the same time, that's like also more additional hand fixing if you just happen to have other climaxes.
Oh, yeah.
In hand or whatever. But just the pure...
there are a lot of good, costless effects in this set.
Agreed. So... Next is, okay. This is the Aqua that, if this is, what did it say? If it was in your clock,
if it's in your clock, then the Eris gets -1 level.
The Eris gets -1 level. Meaning for killing snow sprites, Aqua is a level 0, 25, 1 soul. When this is placed from hand to stage, you may discard a card, or no, put a card for your hand in clock. My bad. If so, search your library for up to 1 goddess character, reveal it to your hand, put it in your hand, shuffle your library. Usually, effects like that are also a stock cost. So, like you said, there's a lot of just costless, no stock cost stuff.
And this is a very interesting sort of hand fix because it lets you choose whatever you want to put in the clock.
Well, this is also as opposed to like Clumsy Girl Inaduma, that's just damage off the top of the deck.
A lot of them are off the top of the deck for this sort of thing.
And once again, Clumsy Girl Inaduma being restricted to level 1 and lower. This doesn't have a level restriction. This just says Goddess.
Yeah, so if you're running mono blue, mostly.
If you're doing the whole Aqua Eris thing, it works out, so...
Yes. So far, I can see why this is so strong. This is
an interesting color, so... Then Kind Smile Eris, so...
Yep. This is a level 1, 0 cost, 4,500 power, with 2 effects. When your climax is placed in the climax zone, this gains 1,500 power, which is good. And the secondary effect is climax combo. When revive is placed in your climax zone, if this is in the front row and you have another goddess character, you may choose a level 0 or lower character in your waiting room with either adventurer or goddess and put it into any slot on the stage. There's a lot of shit that just comes straight out of the graveyard.
Okay, we're just going to go ahead and check revive while we're at it now.
This is the draw trigger.
There you go. You called it. So, that's funny, because 2 of her, and then play this climax combo and just get 2 characters for free.
Yeah, you're right. You don't really lose hand.
And this says adventurer or goddess, so you actually can grab other stuff that's, weird shenanigans for stuff. So that's interesting as like part of an engine type thing. So
sure,
especially if you've done a brainstorm at this point, if you've done whatever. So
and yet again, you're saving a lot of hand advantage for dropping cards later.
Yeah. So shit, that was Kind Smile. Sorry. Okay, found where I'm at. Okay, Sacred Create Water, Sacred Turn Undead, Purification, Embarrassed Eris, Covered in Slime Aqua, and Full of Smiles Aqua. That's 5, so we'll go with that. So, Full of Smiles, 81. Okay, so, Sacred Create Water Aqua is a level 1, 0 cost, 5,001 soul. When this is placed on stage, from the stage to the waiting room. Okay, so when it dies, you may reveal up to 3 cards from the top of your library. If you reveal at least 1 card this way, choose up to 1 character among them with either adventurer or goddess, put it into your hand, put the rest into the waiting room, then discard a card from your hand to the waiting room. It's Pot of Duality in character form. If anyone knows that reference from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Mans, yeah.
Because most of the time like this, it's like look at the top 3 or look at the top 4 or whatever, and then you reveal what you chose. But this is, you have to just reveal all 3 cards. Your opponent gets to see what it is, and they're going, well, I know what you're going to pick, type thing. If they know
if you reveal at least 1 card, you may choose up to 1 character from among them.
But yeah, it's the fact of, okay.
That's true, you reveal the one that you can choose.
Like how when you do the look at the top 4, you can go one at a time and then choose when you want to stop. It's, I'm going to reveal 1 card. Do I want this? No, that's a climax. Okay, level 2. Yeah. Or reveal a second. And it's only up to 3.
Yeah, sure.
But you also guarantee get a character, which is pretty cool.
It also has no stock cost.
No, but it hand fixes you, and then you discard a card from your hand to the waiting room.
That's true.
So it's a hand fix, but at the same, there's a level 1 Kirito that does a very close effect to this in the SAO re-edit, basically a new card. I have like 2 copies of it, so it's a really similar effect. So then, Sacred Turn Undead.
This is a level 1, 7,000 with 1 soul.
Okay. I see where they're going with this. Go ahead.
It has 2 effects. If the level of a character opposite this is higher than the level of this cannot front attack. When the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, send that character to memory.
See, that's kind of interesting.
That's not bad.
In a way, you can almost look at that second effect as more of a drawback than the first one.
Yeah, sure.
Look at it this way with...
That's true, because it is a 0 cost 7,000.
I mean, okay, obviously if the character is higher level, it can't front attack. There's probably ways around that. There's probably something you can play in this that will give like middle center plus 1 level.
Sure.
Thus forth making her able to fight level 2s at no problem, 0 cost.
Sure.
When I look at that second effect and see the battle opponent becomes reversed, send that character to memory.
Yeah.
That's useful on your end, but if your opponent wants to take advantage of that, they can just ram little characters into it. Those characters get sent to memory and they don't get refreshed back in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, well, I mean, it's not even a downside. That's not even a downside. I'm kind of bullshitting there.
There's 2 ways to it. They can do that to get their shit reversed, to get it into memory, to deck compress, but at the same time, that stops them from being able to encore.
From encore stuff, shout-outs to Temporary Alliance Xenon that has like clock encore, shit like that. So as long as you get her over those...
Yeah, sure.
And you just start getting rid of... it is definite removal. I'll give it that.
With that Eris that hand fixes... And you drop that, give this a plus 1,000. Now it's an 8,000. Bump it back, play a climax. Now it's a 9,000. Swing over anything that's level 1.
Swing over most level 2s if you can get her up a level.
Yeah.
Which there's probably a way to do that too.
We haven't seen any global 5s or assists in blue yet. So it's coming.
So.
Oh, actually we did because the first card was an assist, but.
That what? Oh yeah, you're right. It was the gives character encore. It wasn't buff.
That's true. All right, you're right.
Anyway, Embarrassed Eris. Oh no, they found out that I pad my chest. Sorry. The level 2 1 cost 55 1 soul. When this is placed from hand to stage, you may pay the cost, which is 1 stock, and discard 2 cards. Sorry, my scroll button keeps moving. And discard 2 cards from hand to the waiting room. If so, choose a character in your waiting room whose level is equal to or lower than your level and put it on any slot on the stage.
That's good.
Okay. That's interesting.
That's really good.
When this becomes reversed, if the level of the battle opponent of this is higher than the level of your opponent, you may put that character on the bottom of the library. So it is a anti-change reverser, but it's only when she becomes reversed.
Yeah, sure.
But then it's okay. Well, I'm going to summon back shenanigans, and okay, that's funny.
And let me point you to the flavor text. It's when he figures out that she uses pads. So you're right.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Or it says, I don't mind pads.
So no, you were correct, sir.
I didn't realize that. That's funny. Okay, we'll go to the next one here. So,
Alright, this is Covered in Slime Aqua.
This is the beginning of a hentai. Anyway.
That stupid moment.
Yeah.
Level 0, 1,500 power. With one effect. When this becomes reversed in battle, put the top 2 cards of your library in the waiting room. If there is at least one level 2 or higher card among them, you may put this in your stock. Climax cards are considered level 0 for this effect.
Okay. So it encourages you to put more level 2s in
sure.
if you want to get stock.
Well, yet again, this set has a lot of weird stock production, because this is only the start of the stock production in this color, I'm sure, and not a lot of high stock cost stuff.
True.
I mean, there was the Destroyer Alert, which cost like 9, but other than that, there hasn't been any...
Yeah, but that's for red. As far as for blue is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
well, for yellow, there was a lot of stock production and not a high cost stock card.
True. Then Full of Smiles Aqua is a 0 cost 2k 1 soul. When it's placed from hand to stage, choose one of your characters with either Adventure or Goddess, and that character gets 1,500 power for the turn. So, more buffs. It's all this buffs leading up to God's Blow.
Yeah, basically.
So, I do know about that card. That's not exactly going to be a blind reaction for this one.
Yeah, a couple of things did get ruined for us, but...
But that's because of how many people spammed that event on different Facebook pages because of just how retarded it is.
Everywhere.
I want that one when we get to it. I want to read that one because of just... I want to emphasize how stupidly funny that card is. So, Full of Smiles. Then we go to Flattery, Sound Asleep, Her Style, adding fuel to the fire, Supplying Mana, and then Full Power Aqua. We get a whole bunch of Aqua cards just all at one time. And then I'll put here's where the adventure starts as well. So we got 6 lined up for this one.
Yep.
So the next one is a Eris. So let's see. Flattery Aqua. So
this is a 3,000 power, level 0. It has 2 effects. When this is placed from stage to hand, choose one of your standing characters and rest it, so it had to have some sort of drawback.
True, because normally 3,000 level 0s are vanillas.
Vanillas, yes.
So,
and then its secondary effect is, at the start of your encore step, if you have no other rested characters in the front row, you may pay the cost, which is 1 stock. If so, rest this.
Okay, so she can save herself.
That's her only. She's a first turn.
It's a weird 1 stock encore if everything else gets reversed.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that place the stage for hand, choose one of your standing characters and rest it. Rested.
Well, it's only in the front row, so you can rest a back row. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
So, either way, then Sound Asleep Aqua. We got level 0, 4,000, so it's an overpowered level 0. So the drawback to that is when this is placed from hand to stage, put the top 2 cards of your library in your waiting room. If there's at least 1 climax amongst those, rest this. I've seen that effect before. So not bad though for you want to get a little extra mill. That's not bad. Considering you have all the stuff that brings back from the waiting room, you don't mind the mill.
Sure.
So anyway, Her Style, adding fuel to the fire Aqua.
Level 1, 5,000 power, 1 soul. She has 2 effects. The first one is if there are 3 or fewer cards in your stock, this gets the following ability. When the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, you may put the top card of your library in your stock. Not bad.
That's actually interesting considering you could essentially pay out at level 1 for whatever effects you needed. Considering there's a bunch of stock production in this anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Pay out what you need and play 2 of these. Even with a full field, and you know that after the second one swings, you have 4 stock already.
I mean, yeah, sure.
So first one swings, reverses the opponent, get 2 stock.
Plus, you can have multiple copies of this on the field.
Well, that's why I said 2, because if you do 3, you're not going to have that effect for the third one.
That's true, because then you'd end up with higher than 3
yeah,
stock.
By the time the third one would swing, you have 4 stock.
That's true.
So,
I guess what they're doing with all this heavy stock production in this set is that they want you to play the level 3s, because a lot of the heavy shit is on the level 3s.
Yeah, I mean, that's still not bad.
I mean,
either way,
that's why they have a lot of hand fix and discard card effects, because you're going to discard down your level 3s, and then you're just going to ramp up stock, so you can just level 3, level 3, level 3.
True. So,
which I'm particularly fond of, but
true. Supplying Mana Aqua is a level 2, 1 cost, 5k, so this is going to be some interesting shenanigans. All of your other Crimson Demon Megumin gain the following ability. So this actually affects the red stuff. This is something to put. This may be something to put into your Megumin deck.
Well, first of all, it's a level 1, so I'd have to actually
it's a level 2.
Okay, it's a level 2, which is even worse, which means I'd have to put in blue, splice in blue to be able to play this.
And you got like level 0s that could easily do for it.
This is true.
Anyway, that Megumin, which we'll have to go back and check that later to see what the level of that, or what that one was. At the start of your Encore step, you may put the top card of your opponent's library in the waiting room. Oh, if so, choose a card in your opponent's waiting room and put it on top of the library. It just exchanges the top card of the library.
I know,
which is funny
if you put a climax in there and then you stuff like a shitty level 0 on top of their deck.
It makes that's understandable.
Because I mean that's what they're going to be drawing into.
Okay. So then all of your other characters with Adventure or Goddess gain 500 power and character Encore. See, that's nice.
Yeah, because that's a global 5 plus Encore to everything.
It's a global on both of those. I'm going to go ahead and check Crimson Demon Megumin just real quick because I want to know. I don't remember exactly which one that is.
It's one of the level 3s.
I think you're right. That might be the Clock Kick one.
That might be the Clock Kick one. You're right.
Crimson Demon. No, that shouldn't be the Clock Kick one, but it's one of the level 3s.
Truthfully.
Oh no, it's the deal. It's the deal 5 damage.
That's the backpack. Got you.
That's the backpack one. So, still really powerful that this gets.
Well, yeah, and that one's got an effect that runs off of the Kazuma, so that's a 3-color deck there.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about me doing that.
Okay, so that's whatever. So, let me scroll back down.
An interesting little side effect there.
Like you said, like we get weird effects just stacked all over everything.
Well, I mean, that is really cool because you can scoop whatever they were going to draw and put something shitty on top of their deck for them to draw, but then they can just clock it. So.
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
So, yeah, true. The fact that you get to choose what your opponent draws off of that too is really good.
I mean, if they're at 3/6, be like, I'm gonna put this level 0 on your shit.
You know, right?
So
full power Aqua. This is you.
Yep. Level 2, 6,000 power, 1 cost, 1 soul. She has 2 effects. For each of your other characters with Adventurer or Goddess, this gains 1,000 power.
Okay, that's actually really cool.
Which is good.
So she could be a 10k level 2.
Yeah, sure, for 1 cost. And her secondary effect is a Climax combo. When this attacks, if Sacred Break spell is in your Climax zone, choose a character in your opponent's front row, and for this turn, that character gets minus 3,000 power and gains the following ability. During battles involving this, you cannot play events or back up from hand.
So, that's hilarious.
It's been a long time since we've seen a negative come back around.
Exactly. In the stuff that we've been checking, I have not seen
I haven't seen anything.
Power.
I haven't seen anything since Printing Squad Life.
No, Wingslayer.
Okay, well, Wingslayer and Printing Squad came out at the same time, though.
Is that 3,000? The fact of Disgaea in general.
Yeah. And before then, the last time I saw it was in green. Well,
AOT.
Yeah, that's true. And they had some in green Bakemona.
Oh, yeah. But, okay, so that's interesting. Of minus 3,000 power.
This is the first time we've seen a negative on a blue card, though.
Agreed. I'll give you that. From what we have seen personally.
Yes.
And then, as long as they don't have hexproof.
Events or backup.
This can kill level 3s, and they can't compass it, and they can't darkness plan this shit.
And it has no cost on top of all of that.
Agreed. So, Sacred Break spell. Let's see what that is real quick. Looks like this is the last Climax combo of blue. Which is...
Is it a plus?
Oh,
okay.
This is choose up to 2 of your characters when this gets played. Give them both 2,000 power and 1 soul.
With the double crit. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Which is something that new they've started in in Konosuba.
But at the same time, I don't mind that at all, because that's actually pretty cool.
With the amount of handpicks you have in this, you don't have to worry about it as much.
Think about it at that point, because if you give her that, she's like a 12k level 2.
Yep. For
with
one
2
cost.
soul.
For one cost.
I'd drop 3 of these if I fucking could, because that's hilarious.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Blue is very strong.
That's actually really good. I fucking shit. Trying to stuff like all 3 of these like climax combos in this deck would be just stressful to me.
It would be.
Interesting. And then was that me or you?
That's you.
Me. Okay. Here's where the adventure starts. Aqua with a question mark. Level 0, 1000 power, 1 soul. 500 assist in front of your characters. Then rest this. Choose one of your characters with either adventure or goddess, and that character gets additional 1000 power for the turn. Okay, that's pretty cool. Your average buff.
That's fairly good.
So adventure starts. So, goddess in charge of backwater, quest clear, real goddess, nature's beauty, boss of Axis cult, and then that'll almost do it. Demanding apology. Okay, so. All right, so this is you.
Yes, sir. Level 0. Okay, this is Goddess in charge of Backwater Eris. Level 0, 2,500 power, 1 soul. With 1 effect, when this is placed from stage to hand, put the top 2 cards of your library in your waiting room, and this gets plus X power for the turn. X equals 1,000 times number of characters with adventure or goddess among those cards. So she can be a 45.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Once again, where we mentioned like all the stuff that lets you get back characters, you don't mind the mill.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I wouldn't run this. I wouldn't run this because I'd be so worried about getting rid of climaxes because with my sort of luck, that happens a lot.
Yeah, true. You'd hit like 2 climaxes off of it.
Remember,
but at least you know they're not in the stock at that point.
I know, but when I was playing Hachikuji heavy, I would blind stock 2 or 3 climaxes a game.
Admittedly, so that was aggravating. But okay, that's still not bad. The mill helps with effects later on. Quest clear Aqua is it's a vanilla 3K, so we'll just leave it at that. But that face though, just crazy.
Ugh.
So we have real goddess Aqua.
This is level 1 with 1,500 power.
Just a 1,500 backup.
Yeah, just 1,500 backup. So yet another copy paste card.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna have a couple of them regardless. So nature's beauty Aqua. This is where she's doing like the magic tricks, quote unquote. All your other characters with adventure or goddess gain 500 power. So here's a global 500 finally.
Yes.
And then, okay, this is funny. Pay 2 and rest this. Put the top card of your clock in the waiting room. So it's just a free heal. If you want to,
this is one of the things that you need all the extra stock production for. This is the effect in blue that you need a bunch of stock for.
One of that in level 3s.
Yeah.
This lets you get climaxes out of the stock if you absolutely need.
Sure.
But then you throw that other level 1 Aqua down that lets you just get back the stock anyway. Mm-hmm. Admittedly, those are blind stocks, so you don't know what you're going to hit.
That's true. But blue is very strong so far.
So interesting, if nothing else.
Blue is very strong in a very different way than red was strong, in a very different way that yellow was strong.
True. Boss of the Axis Cult Aqua.
This is level 1, 5,000 power, 1 soul.
It's an assassin.
When your other character with adventure or goddess attacks, this gains 1,000 power for the turn.
So she can become a free 7K. That's still pretty good. So we're getting to some of the average effects you see, but still really good to see in this set. So.
Sure.
Demanding apology Aqua, where she's like, humph. Anyway, level 1 cost 55 with 1 soul. For each of your other characters with adventure or goddess, this gains 500 power, so it can become a 75 with character encore. For 1 cost, a 75 with character encore is not that bad. Not that big. And considering we've also seen a fucking level 2 that can be the stats of a 10K, or it'd be the stats of like a base level 3.
Sure.
So. That's still really cool, and then you're gonna stay on field for a bit with the character encore. On top of that, and the other Aqua that gives character encore,
you're not gonna lose a lot of shit if you don't want to.
You just have to maintain hand, but even then, that's not that difficult. So, all right, so that was demanding apology. So then here we go. This will work out. Okay, ways to make the drink tastier Aqua, stunned Aqua, God's blow, and then Senpai appears. So I'll get this first one,
sure,
and then by that time it'll be God's blow. So, ways to make the drink tastier. This is where she's just drinking up booze. Level 2, 1 cost, 75. If Flattery Aqua is in your clock, that was... I'm just forgetting stuff. Sorry. Okay, if...
That's That's
okay. That's the one that does the weird rest thing. So
sure.
if Flattery Aqua is in your clock, this gets -1 level in your hand, so you can play it early. When you level up, this gets a reduced encore of just 1 stock for the turn.
That's weird.
That's interesting, actually.
It's very weird.
It's still an encore, but I mean, for fuck's sake, that's hilarious.
For one, you don't care.
I have seen that on some of the Abyssals. There was like one or two Abyssals that had an effect like this.
That's cool.
So that was pretty cool. Do it that. So then you got the next one, Stunned Aqua.
This is level 2, cost 2, soul 2, 8,000 power.
Uh-huh.
She has 2 effects, the first of which is when this is placed from hand to stage, if you have 4 or more other characters with adventure or goddess, you may choose a character in the waiting room with either adventure or goddess and put it in your stock.
So essentially only becomes a 1 cost. It
bad.
pays for half of its cost. That's not bad.
Sure. And then encore, just character encore. So that's not bad either.
Specifically adventure or goddess?
Yeah.
Like, I know there's not many that aren't that.
Yes.
But
adventure is most, and then there's mage, or magic.
And either way, I mean,
but most of that's Wiz and Megamine, and most of them are also adventure.
Yeah, all the Megamine's adventure anyway.
That's true.
So either way, not that you would run too terribly many copies of this, but the fact that it pays for half of its own cost when you play it, that's still.
I mean, you would run this while you were looking for other cards to fill the deck out.
True, but at the same time, that two soul is also important.
Yes,
so.
That's true.
All right, so. Here we are at the bullshit that is God's Blow. Level 1 event, 0 cost. This is beyond retarded. But
and it does pretty good at,
it does what it does.
Being what it is and representing the character that it does.
Choose one of your goddess characters. That character gains plus 50 soul. I don't know if I can just emphasize 50 soul in the following 3 abilities. The character can't side attack. The character opposite this does not reverse. And this ability activates up to 1 time per turn. When damage dealt by this is canceled, draw up to 3 cards and discard 2. The thing of this is the effect that it leads towards. Is it tells your opponent to keep flipping over cards until they cancel, and then I'm going to hand fix by drawing 3 cards and pitching 2 climaxes.
Yeah.
Or 2 cards in general, but I mean you're going to say climaxes because that's what you're trying to get the fuck out of your hand if you're playing this shit.
That's true.
It still deals like it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't like this card.
It's 50 soul. This is just funny to me. Okay, there's only
you took all the climaxes out of your deck, right?
Yeah, right. It's okay.
Yeah.
There's one other card. It's a level 0 from I want to say Lucky Star or something like that. Either way, it was another really weird level 0 that like the turn that it's played from
There's
hand
Lucky Star set.
I think
in Japanese,
if I remember. Yeah, it's in Japan.
Okay.
But anyway, a level 0 that when it's played it gets like plus like 30 or 50 soul or something like that. That made me laugh. This makes me laugh because what the fuck, Bushiroad? You didn't even have to put plus 50. You could have put like plus 20. But then again, someone would fuck up and,
actually hit someone for 20 damage. So I mean, you want to cover your bases, so you said plus 50. And I also don't like this card because it actually makes it sound like she's really powerful, but useless. Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, this shows how useless she is at the beginning because this is in Season 1 when she punches...
the frog.
Tries to punch the frog, and it was an epic fail.
Yes.
In Season 2, she does it again against someone else, and it actually works. But
does it? Wow.
Yes. I'll show you that later. But
I need to watch the second season so bad.
But this just shows how fail-tastic Aqua is, and I cannot emphasize how much this is just a stupid but funny card.
I hate this character.
You get guaranteed hand fix. Okay, sure, whatever.
I hate this character.
See, here's the stupid thing. Give this to Eris. You wouldn't play this at level 3, but give this to the Eris that lets you... that restands.
Mm.
I'm going to make you refresh, doo-dah.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's it. Okay, and then last card of the blues is Senpai Appears. Go for it, bro.
This is an event, level 2, 1 cost. Counter, if you have no goddess characters, you cannot play this card from hand. Choose up to 2 of your characters with either Adventurer or Goddess, and they gain the following ability for the turn. When this is placed from the stage to the waiting room, you may put this rested in the slot. Ooh, the slot this was in. So you can play this, suicide with 2 characters, and get them back.
Even more so in this deck, this is Encore without Encore.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Well, you pay 1 to Encore 2 characters.
Okay, where God's Blow is the Fantastic event, this is really good.
Yeah.
Okay, you wait until this... Okay, I have 2 characters that I know you're going to kill.
Yeah, sure.
Reverse one of them, cool. The second one, you go to poke. Going to play this to make certain both of mine are going to come back at the end of the turn.
That's true, because this is a backup. This is a backup.
Because of it being backup right there, that makes it all the much better that you can do it on your opponent's turn.
Sure.
Especially if this is an all Aqua and Eris deck anyway, you're going to have those big-ass various beat sticks that you're just going to want to keep using over and over.
Sure.
And this is good.
Yeah,
this is a really good card.
It is. Plus, there's the oh, you're running Titans? Cool. I'm going to swing with these 2, save them, and then now you don't beat me in the face for shit.
Honest to Goddess. Bad jokes. This is probably a guaranteed 3 or 4 staple card in this.
I wouldn't run this color.
Regardless, but if someone were going for... Yeah,
sure, this
for
would
the whole
get run.
Yeah. And the thing is, it works for Adventurer too.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to have a Goddess on field, so as long as you're splashing in blue...
Well, there's that decent Aqua Brainstormer that was the first card in the blue.
Agreed.
You could run that in any deck because it gets, whoever you want back.
If you know for a fact that you are like maining blue in your level 1 and higher,
sure.
You can run this in any of the Konosuba decks, and this just makes these decks all that more retarded.
Yeah, sure.
And retarded, I mean good.
Mm-hmm.
This and like if you ever had to go against the Climax combos or combos that state your opponent can't use Encore, this gets around that.
That's true. This is one of the few ways around the Raigeki.
Ah, God. I want
again,
to make certain that I'm reading this right. When this is placed, they get the ability. When this is placed from the stage to the waiting room, you put this rested in the slot this was in. Yeah, no, that's it, yeah, it brings it back. I just had to make certain that I was not freaking out for the wrong reason.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is great. I like this. I really like this. And this is hilarious. This is just freaking hilarious. So,
yep.
Anyhow, that's it. We have the 1K1 gate trigger,
the 1K1
book,
draw,
and then the split 2K and a soul to 2 characters. And that's it for blue. That's it for Konosuba in general.
Does that make blue the smallest? That doesn't make blue the smallest color.
Not the smallest, but actually no, 71 to 100 is 29 cards.
Yeah, no. But out of 100 cards, it does make it the smallest.
Oh, true, color. Because the other one's got like 30 something. So.
Well, I first recognized that this is the only one with 3 climaxes as well. I think there are 4 climaxes in yellow, 4 climaxes in red.
1, 2, 3, 4 climaxes in there. Red might be the biggest amount of cards. 1, 2,
as
3,
it should
4.
Be.
Yeah. Yeah, so from 33 to 70 is 37 cards.
So each color has 2 really odd events, lots of really good random stuff.
Yeah. This is also one that doesn't have an event that states level yourself up.
Yeah.
Or for blue itself, it does not have an event.
That's true, because both red and yellow had that.
Explosion magic every day. Well, that's real explosion magic, or whatever. Oh yeah, there, explosion magic every day. So, anywho, that is it for Konosuba.
Yet again, this shit is weird. Yet again, I can't be mad because this shit's just so weird.
I want to see this over here really bad.
I do too. And we've already, I think on the second podcast, we already made the verbal agreement on podcast. Hey, all these yellow cards you can has. Can I has your red cards?
No. See, now we got to figure out what the fuck to do with the blue cards.
Throw 'em at Tim.
Okay.
He hates Aqua to no extent. In fact, weren't you supposed to record this with him?
Initially, we were thinking of doing that,
and he was like, "Fuck you! I don't like Aqua."
Yeah, he literally just said, "Nope, I'm not going to do that." But it's whatever. Also, you get a lot of that's a signed of that for Aqua, signed of that.
Oh yeah, there's a ridiculous amount of SPs and.
Oh no, that's SP. So SR is a super rare. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of
triple rare.
Triple rares and signs in this.
So you got the level 3. Yeah, sorry, I thought the S meant that it was SP. I was about to say, like, the fuck? So wait, is there no Eris SP?
I don't know.
Okay, there's... yeah, there's no Eris SP, unless they just forgot to put the cards up there, because...
Well, I mean, it's just like there's no...
There's the level 3, it comes as a...
It's just like, I don't think there was any Chris SP either, even though she got a lot of cards in the yellow, so...
She might have.
I mean, it'd be cool. But I wouldn't expect
Yeah, she got
it.
a triple rare thing, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, no SP. That's weird. Okay, I just noticed that, so that's whatever.
I mean, they're side characters. I mean, she doesn't show up after, like, the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, there's side characters that get mentioned repeatedly.
Well, I mean,
because Chris comes back in season 2 as well.
Okay,
this
good.
is based off of the first season. I'll give it that, sure.
Okay, I'm glad that she comes back in season 2. But, okay, cool.
Well, no, yeah. This is primarily based off of season 1, so... excuse me.
There is some season 2, because that's where a homegirl comes in.
Union. Yes,
Union,
yeah. There was an OVA with her as well. I think that's where they take a majority of the Union cards from, is the OVA.
For the most part, this is a season 1 plus OVA, which means this doesn't even have a pack for season 2 yet.
Well, no, season 2 was coming out as this was,
That's
you know...
true. That's true, as it's being released.
As this was, like, being brewed up and produced.
So, Bushiroad, I know you're not listening because you still haven't given me Monogatari season 2 or Monogatari season, like, re-edit. But, hey, you know... We need this in America. That'd be awesome. And this needs a second pack, because if you continue the shenanigans that you did in the first pack and the second pack, this set is going to be good as fuck. And it's not that it isn't already decent. It's just weird.
This set's going to be lit
as
weird. Fuck. So.
It's so weird.
But with that, we'll go ahead and sign off of here for now. Thank y'all for listening. This is Kool-Aid and...
Matt.
And next couple...
And we paid attention to the soul.
This time.
This time.
The next couple podcasts is actually going to be trying to be some collaborations with people. If I can get them lined up between Waifu Wars, between there's another guy who does some a Weiss card of the day on YouTube.
Sure.
Lunchbox. There's like some numbers behind it, and I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head. Sorry.
Huh.
So we're going to try to see what all we can get with a couple other collaborations, and then still leading into like another podcast where we discuss like the tournament. Now that the tournament has ended, but we are still posting up the videos.
Yeah.
So please check those out. Round 2 should be up this week, and then next week is the finals. So also hoping that we get them abyssals.
Yes.
For now, we will see y'all on the flip side. Peace out for now.
Bye, guys.
Come on.